think that is there any way by which Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar can make the needle move here?
I certainly do. I mean, compared to the other leaders, I certainly believe that he can bring about a change, and it's a great opportunity for the BJP, because if you look at Christians, there was a time in the 90s and the early 2000s that we had a lot of Christian leaders: Uman Chandi, K. Mane, A.K. Anthony, P.J. Joseph. Now we don't have Christian leaders, because of which a lot of Christians are confused, and the votes have been split. They don't really like voting for the Communist Party because, as of now, they're drenched in a lot of corruption. Looking at the Congress Party, the UDF, they feel like there is a lack of leadership and a lot of inside tussle going on.
Nirmal, what is so special about Rajeev Chandrasekhar? I mean, the viewers would also be very interested in knowing, because Surendran was also doing a good job. His tenure got over and he didn't get his chance was over. I'm asking you, he's from the Nair community, he's a technocrat, he's relatively young if you go by Indian politics, but apart from that, he kept up with Thiruvananthapuram. He did not disappear after he lost. But what else do you think you'll attribute to him that he can make the needle move, Nirmal?
A couple of comparisons. One, I'll compare him with the other front runners. Sure. If you look at Surendran, Sobha Surendran, those people have made statements in the past that have largely been considered communal, which has actually shut down the open eye of both Christians as well as educated voters. They feel like they are trying to divide and rule here, whereas Rajeev Chandrasekhar has been more polished, exactly as you said. I mean, look at Shashi Tharoor, 2019 to 24. To be honest, as a Keralite, I would say he has underperformed in Trivandrum. But despite underperforming in Trivandrum, he has won 4 times in a row. And the reason for that is, one, he's an academically accomplished person, very polished person, does not make unnecessary statements about either political party or any religious community. And I think the same goes, although not exactly like Tharoor, almost the same goes with Rajeev Chandrasekhar. That will make a difference among educated voters. 2, I think there is a trust factor as well. If you look at his personal life, he has succeeded as an engineer. Despite not knowing anything about business, he has succeeded as a businessman. Despite not having any political background, he has succeeded really well so far in politics. So people believe such people, they have a trust factor.
What is this new mantra that Rajeev Chandrasekhar has? Because he has to clean up his own house first, which I'm sure he can, considering he's somebody who apparently has played a role in bringing warring factions of leaders, or let's say bishops or whoever, together on the same table to say, let's talk, let's not fight. But I want you to tell us, how is that that's a very important problem that is facing the BJP in Kerala. How is that going to get solved?
Right. So as we were just discussing, Rajeev Chandrasekhar brings with him fresh energy. It's going beyond factionalism, beyond caste, beyond anything. He represents a very neutral, positive, optimistic and forward-thinking vision. And he's proven himself, as I've just said in the past conversation, that he's proven himself in different roles, and even the other panelists have said so. And his performance as a minister has been remarkable. I had the opportunity to meet him many times when he was in the when he was a minister of IT, and what he asked me is, as a head of the women's wing of BJP, what is your roadmap for the next 365 days? Break it down into milestones and bring it to me. So that's the kind of execution vision that he has.
Okay, Nirmal, I want to come to you. You see, traditionally, if you look at it, communities are, divided not just on religious grounds in Kerala. This is about, we've been voting for X party or Y party for generations. It's very difficult. I've spoken to psephologists. They say this is one state which is very difficult to break. Just because he's a Hindu, he's a Nair, or he's, a Yoruba, it's traditional. This house will vote for that. This house will vote, that being the problem. Secondly, technocrat, young person. The core question remains, the BJP has not been able to get a leg in.
Well, so far I can say that they haven't made substantial inroads. But of all the people that have made good arguments, if you've noticed a debate between Shashi Tharoor and Rajeev Chandrasekhar in 2024 when they competed, he made a very good argument, and I think that's going to be crucial for them. He said that despite Kerala and Trivandrum specifically starting the first techno park in 1990 and still having many info parks, where are the youngsters? They're all leaving to Canada. What have you done about it, Mr. Tharoor? Where have you promised in 2009 that you would bring a high court bench to Trivandrum? You have not done that for 15 years. You promised aims to Kerala. You have not done that in 15 years. He makes such good arguments which resonated and which showed in numbers as well. So I think, yeah, there's only two ways. One, you can either show your achievements or you can show the failures of your opponent. I think at the moment, the only option for Rajeev Chandrasekhar is to show the failures of their opponents and make a promise, and hopefully with his experience. And when I say he's an entrepreneur, I don't just mean in a celebrated sense. I say that he's an achiever. He has proven that in politics and entrepreneurship, which is why we can trust to an extent that he may actually replicate that success in